The Arabian Peninsula, a vast expanse of deserts and oases, has been a crossroads of civilizations for millennia. Its strategic location made it a hub for ancient trade routes, connecting the East and the West. Long before the emergence of Islam, ancient kingdoms like the Nabateans and the Kingdom of Saba flourished, thriving in the harsh desert environment, leaving their mark on the sands of time. These civilizations developed advanced architectural and agricultural techniques that are still studied today. The rise of Islam in the 7th century AD profoundly transformed the Arabian Peninsula. It brought a new era of unity and purpose to the region. The Prophet Muhammad, born in Mecca, united the Arab tribes under the banner of Islam, creating a cohesive and powerful community. Mecca, the birthplace of the Prophet and the site of the Kaaba, became the spiritual center of the Muslim world, drawing pilgrims from across the globe. Medina, where the Prophet established the first Muslim community, holds immense religious significance for Muslims worldwide. It became a model for Islamic governance and society. The advent of Islam fostered a shared faith and identity that transcended tribal boundaries, creating a unified cultural and religious landscape. Under the early Islamic caliphates, the Arabian Peninsula witnessed a golden age of intellectual and cultural flourishing. This period saw the rise of great cities and centers of learning. Scholars made groundbreaking advancements in mathematics, astronomy, medicine, and the arts, laying the foundations for many modern sciences. Despite political turmoil, the Arabian Peninsula remained a vital link connecting the East and the West, facilitating the exchange of goods, ideas, and cultures. In the central region of Najd, the House of Saud emerged in the 18th century, allied with the religious reformer Muhammad ibn Abd al-Wahhab. Their alliance rapidly expanded their control over much of the Arabian Peninsula. However, their expansion brought them into conflict with the Ottoman Empire, which crushed the first Saudi state in the early 19th century. Undeterred, the House of Saud, under Turki bin Abdullah, recaptured Riyadh in 1824, marking the beginning of the Second Saudi State. The Second Saudi State was short-lived, plagued by internal rivalries and external pressures. Abdulaziz bin Abdul Rahman Al Saud, known as Ibn Saud, emerged as a pivotal figure in Saudi Arabian history. In 1902, at the age of 26, Ibn Saud launched a daring raid on Riyadh, recapturing his ancestral home and beginning his campaign to unify the Arabian Peninsula. Ibn Saud's determination and strategic acumen enabled him to navigate the complex web of tribal allegiances and rivalries. His vision for a unified Arabian Peninsula was not just a dream, but a meticulously planned strategy that involved both diplomacy and force. Through diplomacy, military prowess, and unwavering resolve, he gradually consolidated his power. His ability to forge alliances and subdue adversaries was instrumental in laying the foundation for a unified state. In 1932, the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia was proclaimed, with Ibn Saud as its first king. This marked the beginning of a new era, as the scattered tribes were brought together under a single banner. The discovery of oil in 1938 transformed the kingdom's fortunes, propelling it onto the world stage as a major energy power. This newfound wealth provided the resources needed for rapid development and modernization. Ibn Saud wisely invested the oil revenues in infrastructure, education, and healthcare. These investments laid the groundwork for a more prosperous and stable society, ensuring that the benefits of oil wealth were widely distributed. The oil boom transformed Saudi Arabia into a modern nation with a rapidly growing economy. Cities expanded, new industries emerged, and the standard of living improved significantly for many Saudis. However, the rapid modernization brought about by the oil boom also presented challenges. Balancing tradition with modernity became a complex task, as the kingdom navigated social and economic changes. The government invested heavily in religious institutions to balance modernization with the preservation of Saudi Arabia's Islamic identity. This dual approach aimed to maintain social cohesion while embracing progress. Ibn Saud, the architect of modern Saudi Arabia, ruled with a firm hand until his death in 1953. His leadership style was a blend of traditional authority and modern governance, which helped stabilize the young nation. His legacy extends far beyond his reign, with his sons and grandsons continuing to guide Saudi Arabia through periods of regional instability and economic fluctuations. The foundations he laid have allowed the kingdom to navigate the complexities of the modern world. Saudi Arabia is an absolute monarchy ruled by the House of Saud, with the king holding supreme political and religious authority. The king is the head of state and the custodian of the two holy mosques. The Saudi political system is based on Islamic Sharia law. The king's power, while absolute, is not unlimited. He's expected to rule in accordance with Islamic principles. The Allegiance Council ensures a smooth transition of power within the House of Saud. The Consultative Council advises the king on policy matters. King Salman, who ascended to the throne in 2015, has taken steps to empower younger generations and modernize governance structures. The appointment of Mohammed bin Salman as Crown Prince in 2017 marked a significant shift, ushering in an era of ambitious economic and social reforms. Islam is the cornerstone of Saudi society, permeating all aspects of life. The kingdom adheres to a strict interpretation of Islam known as Wahhabism. Public observance of Islamic rituals is widespread. Saudi society is deeply conservative, with traditional values and customs playing an important role in daily life. However, recent social reforms aim at empowering women and promoting gender equality. The lifting of the ban on women driving in 2018 has had a profound impact on Saudi society. Women are now increasingly visible in the workforce, holding positions in fields such as education, healthcare, and business. The Saudi government has also invested heavily in cultural initiatives, showcasing the vibrancy and diversity of Saudi culture to the world. In 2016, Saudi Arabia unveiled Vision 2030, an ambitious economic and social reform plan aimed at reducing the kingdom's dependence on oil. This transformative initiative seeks to diversify the economy and create a more sustainable future for the nation. Spearheaded by Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman, Vision 2030 represents a bold attempt to modernize Saudi Arabia. His leadership has been pivotal in driving these reforms forward, ensuring that the vision is not just a plan, but a reality in the making. The plan aims to develop non-oil sectors, such as tourism, technology, healthcare, and renewable energy. By investing in these areas, Saudi Arabia hopes to build a more resilient and diversified economy. The government has launched mega projects like NEOM and the Red Sea Project to attract foreign investment and create jobs. These projects are designed to be futuristic and sustainable, setting new standards for urban development. Social reforms are another important aspect of Vision 2030, calling for greater gender equality and a more vibrant entertainment and cultural scene. These changes aim to improve the quality of life for all citizens. The government has eased restrictions on concerts, cinemas, and other forms of entertainment. This has opened up new avenues for cultural expression and public enjoyment. Vision 2030 is not without its challenges, requiring significant structural reforms and a shift away from the rentier state model. The transition will demand both time and effort. The success of Vision 2030 will depend on the government's ability to navigate these challenges and build consensus for its reform agenda. Achieving these ambitious goals will require the collective effort of the entire nation. Saudi Arabia plays a prominent role in regional and international affairs. As the birthplace of Islam, the kingdom holds significant religious and political influence. Saudi Arabia is a key ally of the United States and other Western powers. In recent years, Saudi Arabia has adopted a more assertive foreign policy, seeking to counter the influence of Iran. The kingdom has intervened militarily in Yemen's civil war and taken a leading role in efforts to isolate Qatar diplomatically. Climate change is another pressing issue, with Saudi Arabia pledging to achieve net zero emissions by 2060. Achieving this goal will require a significant shift away from the kingdom's dependence on oil. The world is watching closely as Saudi Arabia writes the next chapter in its remarkable story.